here with Dan Kilbridge at Breslin Center. Full court press for 24/7 Sports and Spartan Tailgate. Dan, Michigan State back on the winning track, and did they need this one?
Absolutely. You know, they had struggled going in, and then came out with a furious start, and then got a lot of contribution from Draymond Green to make it a little more exciting than your typical MSU Penn State game in February.
This is the third player in MSU history to have a triple-double. Irvin Johnson had 8 of them, and Charlie Bell got one against Oakland, but 15 points, 14 rebounds, and couldn't get that 10th assist until finally he hit Delvon Rowe on a long one. I thought maybe Delvon was injured for a while there, but then he hopped up kind of like a soccer injury.
Yeah, he was down, he was slapping the ground, he looked to be in a lot of pain, but you're right, the time was winding down. It looked like Green was going to fall 1 assist short. He's been close a few times, and it looked like this was going to be the closest any season open. Delvon Rowe streaking down the court, finds him, Rowe finishes even with the hard foul, and the place went crazy, and good for Draymond Green. He's been close for quite a while, finally got it done tonight.
Michigan State getting 24 points from Kalin Lucas, 15 from Draymond Green, 15 from Delvon Rowe, who did not miss a shot from the field, 6 for 6 there, and that really made a difference. Anytime Michigan State can get 3 guys with at least 15 points, really helps the balance.
Yeah, the balance was what it was all about. Delvon Rowe opened it up right away, got the first Spartan 4 points. They were going to the post a lot in that first half. Then you start to see them going outside a little bit. Kalin Lucas hit a pair of 3s, started the game 3 for 4 from behind the line. Terrell Summers made a few shots and even made a dunk, which I can't remember the last time he did that. We've seen a few misses, but he hasn't made one in a while. Right, he was going to the paint more, and I think a lot of the things they've talked about for a few weeks that we haven't seen finally came to fruition tonight. We saw a good balance offensive attack.
And even though Taylor Battle had 17 points, they really had to work for him. 6 for 19 from the field. He missed some open looks, some shots that he really should have hit, but Michigan State did a pretty good job of finding him on the perimeter. That made a big difference. The Spartans now 6-6 in the Big Ten. Their 14th win in the regular season. But a lot of basketball to be played, and when you look at Illinois visiting Minnesota tonight, one of those teams is going to get another L. And if you can hover around 500, if Michigan State can get to 10-8, somehow get to 18 wins, you still have to like their chances, but a lot of work to do before that. They have some time off this weekend, and then they visit Value City Arena next Tuesday against #1 ranked Ohio State.
And you talk about needing a spark, it could really be a spark there if they go to Columbus and play well, but like you said, a lot of basketball left to be played, you know, and tonight was a game where if the Spartans lost, that could have been pretty much the end of their NCAA tournament hopes. They keep those alive for a while. Still maybe not the best in the second half at times. They didn't do some things well. But overall, I thought this was the best performance they put forth in the Big Ten so far. Really played well in that first half and just did a lot of things well.
They came out, they had that spark, jumped out to the 15-3 lead. And the first half shooting, Dan, that's as good as I've seen Michigan State shoot in a long time. 593 from the field, 625 from three-point range, and hit 2 out of every 3 free throws. So they were red hot in the first half, and then kind of held on. They'd get a bigger lead, and then they'd shrink back down, and just kind of accordion back and forth. But the bottom line is it was a much-needed win. Michigan State, a much different team here at Breslin Center than they are on the road.
Yeah, they played with a passion, and there just seemed to be that swagger that maybe hasn't been there. I don't know if it was maybe some encouragement from Timbo Grakis and some outsiders. It was the crowd I thought was very good, even though there were some empty seats. You saw the end zone very active in the opening minutes. And MSU just played very tough on defense, and I think that kind of sparked the whole turnaround, and you saw them, like you said, race out to that 15-3 lead.
A different PA announcer, Mason of Detroit Pistons fame, was here. And he added a little bit of life to the crowd. Jim Schwartz, Detroit Lions head coach, was here as well, up here for the AP Sports Editors meeting. He was the guest there today and stuck around for the basketball game. But it was a great night to be a Spartan and a bad one to be a Nittany Lion in the Bryce Jordan Center in State College, Pennsylvania. The battle for first place in women's basketball. Michigan State beating Penn State 60-49. Kendra Johnson, 24 points and 12 rebounds. So she and Delvon Rowe had it going tonight, and it was nice to see that kind of play from the pivots.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Delvon was all over the place, and again, congratulations to Susie and her team. They've been doing a great job all season.
We will be back with with more. We have a road game next week on Tuesday, and then back here at Breslin Center. Jack Ebling with Dan Kilbridge from Breslin Center for 24/7 Sports and Spartan Tailgate.